Hello, Chris Chicken. How are you? Good morning. I'm gonna play one more song. I started a little late today. We'll see if anybody else comes in, and if not, then you and I will chat, and we will get ready to get this day done, so we can be done with it. It can be Friday, and I can switch to video games this evening. Oh my goodness, I got some Mortal Kombat sets coming up. We're gonna play. It's gonna be dope. So, but yeah, let's wait. I'm gonna play one more song. We'll wait for one more person. And then after that, we will just go. So, what's on your mind? What would you like me to talk about? Since you got here first, you'll get to pick the topic. What you want me to talk about today? Anything. I mean, within reason. You know what I'm saying? Within reason. But just think of something. Let me play one more song.
Yeah, we just playing around with this shit. Whoa. Shit can get dangerous, yeah. Shit can get dangerous, yeah. Shit can get dangerous, yeah. You stand with that lame bitch, yeah. Well, I'm staying with the gang bitch, yeah. Like, ooh, and they gonna stay by my side, like, why don't you stay on your side? Like, ooh, girl, you always switching sides. Need to get out my life and go get a life, bitch. You just mad you my side, bitch, yeah. And that chopper my sidekick, yeah. And we stay solving crime, bitch, yeah. Cause your next hoe and my ex-hoe, and she still sending shit like EXO. I ain't stupid, I don't play like no dummy. Yeah, fuck bitch, get money, oh. Hey, cause I'm doing both. They probably thinking I sold my soul. When you come through, yeah, you better go slow. Cause shit can get dangerous, yeah. Shit can get dangerous, yeah. Staying with that lame bitch, yeah. Well, I'm staying with the gang bitch, yeah. Like, ooh, and they gonna stay by my side, like, why don't you stay on your side? Like, ooh, girl, you always switching sides. Need to get out my life and go get a life.
Did I mention I'm a trap star? I got the chopper in a Billy, that's a fast car. She a thotty, ride a sloppy like it's NASCAR. Reaching for my dick, that's my clock, bitch, my clock. She didn't tell me she was evil. Get that money, then I throw it to my people. I was flipping bags, up the bells to the people. Face feeling funny,
Good
on the
morning.
sands, gotta reload. I ain't never gonna change, bitch, yeah.
Morning,
Fuck the
Andre.
ball, keep a thing, bitch, yeah. And we still with the game, bitch, yeah. Shit about to get dangerous.
Shit can get dangerous, yeah. Shit can get dangerous.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
You
good.
stay with
I'm
that lame
good.
bitch, yeah. Well, I'm staying with the gang bitch, yeah.
We can talk about that. We can start there.
And they gonna stay by my side, like, why don't you stay on your side? Like, ooh, girl, you always switching sides. Need to get out my life and go get a life, bitch.
Well, that was kind of an abrupt end to the song. Maybe I should have let it play out instead of just abruptly ending it. Um, oh, I can't talk right now. I gotta get these buttons right. Which one is it? It's the one that says chatting. I should probably know that. I mean, on the stream on Twitch that says just chatting, the button I need to press over here is probably the one that says just chat. Good morning, everybody. Man, I'm so glad it's Friday. It has been a week. It has been a week. I need to fix my. I'm not very good with tools and such, or I keep saying that, but my armrest is a little swivelly, and I don't normally use it, but I mean it's just here, so I would like for it to work properly, but I don't have any tools in my home, because I don't normally have tools. It has been a week. I'm so glad that it's Friday. Looking forward to just relaxing this week, man. Weekend. It's so easy to get caught up in everything that you do and not know how to relax. What's up, Azure? Good to see you this morning. It's so easy to get caught up in everything that you're doing and like not know how to relax at all. So that is what I am doing today. I'm gonna look at a few TikTok videos and maybe respond to some, maybe make a few. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So, goodness gracious, what did we talk about this morning? You know, sometimes you don't have to talk, you know? Sometimes the silence and just being let me show you. Watch this, watch this. Let me show you something. Silence is really, really powerful, but especially with me because I talk so damn much. I talk so fast, and then when I stop talking, it becomes very, very alive. I am unalive. Good morning. Well, I mean, don't be unalive. Um, zombies. Zombies are cool. I have a zombie game that I was playing earlier. Maybe I could play games on Fridays. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys should play games on Friday. I mean, because Monday through Thursday, we're probably gonna talk about very serious stuff. But what could we do on Fridays? Because this is, I guess, you know what? I should give myself a pat on the back. I did 5 of these things every morning for a week straight. I'm not gonna be here on Saturday or Sunday. We don't do that. Saturday and Sunday is my day. I'm not gonna be doing this every day. Um, so yes, vibing others silently is a lot. Is very, very nice. But yeah, Monday through Friday I will be here, but we're not gonna be here on Saturdays and Sundays. So I'm so proud of myself. I was able to get through a whole week. I was late most of the times. My goal next week is to start at 7 o'clock. That would be a super dope goal. My goal next week is to figure out how to start, find the song I want, play it right before it's time for me to get on, and get on here at 7 o'clock. I think that would be dope. You called yesterday to ask if you can interview them first, and the lady was confused. I mean, that might tell you everything that you need to know. Do you think you need to continue to go? I'm just saying, that's what's so good about that intervention and about finding a therapist that will give you a free consultation. So what Andrea is talking about, Andrea is gonna cook in their garden today, and then after that, they're gonna go pick another therapist. And they said that they called to they called. Yes, let's see what happened. I'm gonna go cook and work in my succulent garden, but before I do that, I'm gonna pick another therapist. Awesome. I called yesterday to ask if I can interview them first, and the lady was confused. She said I can't interview. I have to make an appointment, so I guess I'm gonna make appointments. Yeah, you know, you might want to be careful with that, honestly, because I know how they see you because you've asked to do an interview, right? So one of the biggest things that got me in a lot of trouble and things that I thought about in case consultation all the time with other therapists is that therapist shop talk to me sometimes just sounds like bullying. It sounds like bullying and a lack of empathy. Now, I'm not going to say that there isn't a such thing as shop talk with therapy, but it's around the same levels that shop talk would be for, I don't know, people at like a fast food restaurant. You're not calling the people that are coming into your, why is there a bug in my house? Where the hell did you come from? I've not. There. What kind of bug are you? How did you get in here? Oh, I had the window open yesterday. Damn. That's how fruit flies and stuff get in your house. See, I was wondering. I just moved into a new apartment. And I hadn't seen no bugs in here, but now I see one, and I'm frustrated because I don't like to just kill bugs for no reason. I'm gonna get back to the other story. I don't know. I don't like to just kill bugs for no reason, but like your existence in my home is causing me anguish because this is my home. Like I know that there are other microbes here, but like you're just in here crawling around on stuff like without my permission. You didn't ask. You don't pay no bills here. You know what I'm saying? And so for you to have the audacity to just climb all over everything like that is just very frustrating to me. But anyway, Andrea, I've had clients do this thing whenever they want to do their initial consultation with me, where they will send me a PDF of like trauma and things they've been through, and I love it. I love it because it helps me know that they're trying to let me know that they've been through this before, and they don't want to have to go through all of that again. So the issue is you have to be careful because if someone doesn't understand what you mean by interview them, they could take it the wrong way because there's a difference between getting a free consultation from a therapist like me who charges cash and doesn't take insurance. Um, and there's a difference between there's and a therapist who takes cash and then will offer you a free consultation. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on too many things at once. Let me focus on one story at a time. So there's a difference between a therapist that's taking insurance and a therapist that is taking cash. The therapist that is taking insurance, they get paid from the insurance company. Like that therapist works for the insurance company. That therapist does not work directly for you. Like, I believe that whoever pays you is who you work for. Because I guarantee you that if the insurance company tells that therapist that they don't like the work they're doing, that therapist will change the way they're doing their stuff and you won't get the same level. Like, that's not all therapists at all. Please don't misunderstand me. That's not all therapists. But the therapists who won't even be bothered to give you a 15 or 20-minute conversation, right? And that might be how you might want to word it. You might want to say, is it possible for me to have a conversation with my therapist before I schedule an intake? I want to make sure that we are a good fit. And then if you have questions, put it that way. But when you say interview, people who don't know how to be empathic, or people who are stuck in that I'm the expert mindset, when they hear you say interview, they think personality disorder. They think here's someone coming. Not all, I'm not saying everyone, but I am saying I know how therapists think. And some therapists think that way. So if you got resistance from them, that's probably what you felt. If you got resistance from them, whenever you said the interview, if they didn't say, oh yeah, sure, absolutely, if you got resistance, I would just be careful. But when you're using your insurance, that's why you run into that. I'm not saying there aren't good therapists that take insurance. I'm just saying that's something that you're gonna have to kind of think about. They didn't like the word interview. Absolutely. Exactly right, Andre. Exactly right. My therapist called me late to tell me he would call me later on that day, then never call me back. Makes me so angry. He said in an emergency, so I guess I understand. And I would ask you sometimes to yeah, crispy chicken, absolutely. If I can't answer the question, I don't want to cross any boundaries or anything. Is it okay that if I ask you two therapy related questions, I don't want to cross any boundaries or anything? Look, if you ask me a question that I feel uncomfortable answering, then I will let you know. But I want you to always feel comfortable asking people questions. No one should ever get mad at you for asking a question. If you're asking a question genuinely, and like I know on my TikTok, people are like, well, you get mad at people asking questions all the time. I get mad when people ask stupid questions, like what is a microaggression? You can go Google that. So the difference here, Crispy, is you're not just asking a question. You want to hear me explain something, and I don't mind that at all, at all. And if people on TikTok would say, "Hey, I would like to hear you explain what a microaggression is," then I wouldn't get mad. I wouldn't get upset. I wouldn't give them that smoke. But when they say, "What's a microaggression?" Bitch, what's Google? So please, 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 absolutely. But Azure, with your therapist calling you late and then not responding, like you kind of have a choice here. You can assume positive intent, right? Because you don't have evidence for either one. The way that you feel about him not calling you back would be based on previous interactions that you had with that therapist. It would be based on previous the relationship. So if you feel like, based on previous interactions, I don't believe what this person is saying is true. That's one thing. But you don't want to take that. Oh, and you should be able to discuss with your therapist that, hey, I'm kind of upset that you didn't call me back. Like, even if they have a reason for it. For example, just like I was late for this stream, I have a tendency, I don't want to say tendency, but there are times I am developing a tendency. That's a better way to say that. I am developing a tendency to be 1 or 2 minutes late to therapy, and I need to cut that out. But the problem isn't that I don't care. The problem is that I'm trying to do too many things at once. In between every session, I'm also checking my TikTok to see what motherfucker done said something stupid. Oh, warning, strong language. What motherfucker done said something stupid to me that I need to address, because I know that I just have all the time in the world to address every idiot that says something to me, So it's because I'm spread too thin, right? And so I'm trying to get to a place where I only see 10 clients a week, and then the rest of that time I spend doing this other sort of stuff work that I'm doing right now. But because of that, I have to make a choice. I have to decide. I have to say, okay, I need to set aside time for TikTok at a later time. And in between sessions, I should probably be chilling, right? Because I only get like 5 or 10 minutes in between to chill. So I need to check that tendency. And if I continue to do it, good morning, pretty brown dancer. If I don't check that tendency, then it'll become a habit, and then it'll become a pattern, and then it'll become a problem. Because I'm the therapist, I can always have an excuse. Now, what I've started to do is say, let's move our appointment to 8:10. Let's move our appointment to 8:10. So it's up to you. It's up to you to decide how you want to see that. But you do have that's the most important thing that you have. Viktor Frankl talked about this. The most important thing that any person has is their ability to decide how they want to see the situation they're in. And it's just, if you just thinking about people going through some of the worst experiences in life, and still choosing to see things differently. But anyway, I'm trying to set a boundary with my family for the first time, and I'm really scared the backlash might get. My current therapist is helping me, but I'm still scared. Any advice? Absolutely. I got you, boss. I'm terrified. So, not terrified. I am terrified. It's scary. It's scary to me because I set boundaries with a lot of my family. I really did. And I know that some of my family, I know my mom, for example, watches this because this is the only time she would ever get to see me because I don't call, because I don't talk, because I have the text messages, but she still will not admit that spanking was abuse, and she won't admit that she was the person doing it because she would have to admit a lot of other stuff. And as I was working through trauma one day, I told my mom, when I was working with my therapist, I told my mom, I said, is there anything that I'm going to remember that you want to go ahead and tell me that you're sorry for now? And apparently that triggered something because she started talking about some stuff that I didn't even remember. And that's when I realized how bad it was. In my family, love them. I do. If the definition of love is understanding that because these people have not healed with their own trauma and because they have not recognized what that trauma is, if I put myself around them, they will hurt me. That's what love means. That's what my love means to them. It's that because these people have not dealt with their own trauma, if I put myself around them, they will hurt me. And they don't even know that they're doing it sometimes. So I don't know whether or not they know, right? I have no idea. I just know when I'm in my family, my mental health improved when I stopped going to family reunions. My mental health improved when I stopped going to Thanksgiving. My mental health improved when I stopped going to Christmas. My mental health improved when I stopped answering the phone every time someone called and said, I want to talk to you. My mental health improved when I made a separation. Now, I am not completely separate from my family. There are a couple of people that I talk to. There's one person in particular that I talk to, and I promise you, when I get famous, I am coming to get you. You will work my security. I will give you a job. You can make sure that there are batteries fresh in my switch. I don't give a shit. But I will come for you. But I don't want to do it now because that's what some people do. They sell people on dreams they haven't achieved yet. So keep grinding, keep working, and you see me out here grinding, working Monday through Friday. But my mental health improved when I made a separation from my family. You don't have to do that. And Crispy, what's going to be tough is as you start to, it's so funny because when people come to therapy, I have it in my statement of practice that one of the side effects of therapy could be losing relationships. Your families expect you to act like this. Your families expect you to behave the way that you behave. Your families expect you to laugh at things that you don't think are funny. Your family expects you to like not listen to that voice inside of you, like that's the role that you play. And sometimes even trying to defend yourself is part of that role. And I just realized I don't want to argue because I know for a fact, Crispy, if I were to go to a family reunion and watch one of my cousins spank their kid, I would beat the absolute dog shit out of them, especially because I know kickboxing. I know enough to know that I would beat the dog shit out of any of my family members if I ever saw them hit a kid. If I went around my family and I heard them raising their voices, I would go over and slap them in the mouth. I would look crazy because my behavior would seem like, why is DJ so angry? And that's what they call me. And that would be the next thing. No one will ever call me DJ again. Never, ever, ever. Never, ever, ever will my family call me out my name. I don't even know what I want you to call me. I ain't decided yet, but I need to come up with something very complicated that's hard for you to go through. And I want they, them pronouns so I can correct you every single time you make a mistake. Anyway. So I know that if I would try to go be around my family system, I would look crazy because everything that they do is so deeply ingrained in trauma. Bro, I remember going to family reunions, watching my family eat. My family would eat food until they were sick. They would stuff themselves. Their stomachs would be distended, and they would talk about how full they were. It was gross. It was sick. It was disgusting. And at the same time, I'm watching people around me say, clean your plate. You need to finish eating. At the same time, they're telling me that I'm fat. It's so stupid. My family is insane. Their behaviors are. The behaviors that my family are currently stuck in are absolutely dog shit insane. And I like my sanity. I like being able to, man, think a thought without being pressured. I love living alone. I didn't know that I would, but man, I'm not saying I don't get lonely, but good Lord, do I love being alone sometimes. So when you set boundaries with your family, the symptom that it is working is them starting to act an ass. They do it all the time. They do it all the time. I can teach teenage daughters or teenage kids, I can teach kids to set boundaries with their parents, and their parents will develop anxiety disorders. Their parents will develop depression. Because the behaviors that people engage in their family, they serve a purpose. They serve a purpose. If you bring me a kid with anxiety, I'll show you a marriage that might need working on, right? So it's the logical response, Crispy, is to be fucking terrified of setting boundaries. You were behaving appropriately. That is my advice. Is number one, understand that shit is correct. I'm a damn licensed therapist, 31 years old, and I am terrified. I am terrified of how my family is going to respond when I finish this book. Because that's the thing, Crispy. People don't want people to talk about this stuff. Families don't want to be embarrassed, but it is true. It is true, and it is okay for you to set those boundaries. It is okay for you to set those boundaries. So what's my advice? Make sure you have a good support group. Make sure you have a good community of people that you deal with. Speaking of which, y'all, just in case my stream ever goes down and I don't get a chance to make it in the morning, y'all, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Let me put this up real quick so you can follow me on Twitter, so that if I need to send you a message or something, I have the ability to. Give me a second. I got a message from Creative Bro yesterday. He told me that he was sorry for embarrassing me, and I told him that his apology means nothing to me. I don't care, because it was a premeditated attack and did that on purpose. At Ford Javon. So yeah, let me put this up here. Y'all go follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. And that way, if I need to miss a stream or something, or if something happens and I'm not gonna be here, I want to be able to let you know. Because I don't want you like sitting waiting for me to come in the morning and I ain't there. Let's see. Follow me on Twitter. There we go. Now, let's see. That was the second question that you asked. And since you came here this morning, I'm going to answer that. Let's see. So basically, you have CPTSD. You're still in the environment. So one thing I suggest, Crispy, to get out of that environment, his question is, I have CPTSD, and I understand that, but I'm still in the environment that is causing me the symptoms. Well, how do you deal with that? Number one, understand that the environment that you're in is the cause of your symptoms, which you do. So don't be blaming yourself. It's not your generalized anxiety disorder. It's not your CPTSD acting up. You're not having a bad day. You are having a bad environment. Make sure that you don't blame yourself. Families love to do anything to shift the blame to you instead of themselves. Families are experts at it. They really are. They will tell you that if you were, like, psychiatrists do this shit too. They say, well, some people are just more anxious than others. And it's really a backwards hand compliment, because the other side of that is you're not strong enough to not be anxious in the situation. Instead of saying that we live in an environment where a simple disease getting a little bit of a complication can bankrupt you for the rest of your life. What do you mean don't be anxious? But again, idiots. So knowing that is first. But then two, you got to find ways to you have to find ways to escape that environment while still being present. So that would be things like find a really good book that you love, right? Or find a video game that's deep, or find a streamer on Twitch that you enjoy talking to, and listen to them talk for a little bit, and just have some time to yourself where you're not in that same kind of toxic environment. You're there, but you're having a way to get out of it, and that'll recharge your batteries, is the way I look at it. So a game that you like to play, a story, a character that you connect with, build a good relationship with something else outside of the situation that you're in. So you can build a and that's how people get into trouble, Crispy, is because they build wrong relationships with things, right? some people build relationships with alcohol, or they build relationships with drugs, they build relationships with escape, they build relationships with these ideas, with these concepts. And some of these concepts that they build relationships with, they work, but they cause more issues in the future. So if you could build a relationship with a book or a game or an idea that isn't toxic, then that will help you kind of cope through that situation a little bit more. I hope that helps. Let's see what else we got. My goal as a parent is to never be responsible for my child's therapy bills, but my biggest fear is I may fall into patterns my parents did with me. Thank you, what an excellent point. This person says that their goal as a parent is to never be responsible for their child's therapy bills, but my biggest fear is that I may fall into patterns my parents did with me. What I would say to that is make sure that you do your own work. There are so many books out there. I need to write one. I just am what kind I want to tell this story. Oh, the fly is gone. See, the fly didn't even bug me that much. And that would have been stupid for me to kill that fly. I don't know. Maybe I'm lying. I did spend a whole 2 or 3 minutes doing a monologue on it. How do I want to tell this lie? It's not a lie. It's sort of a lie. I don't know. I don't want it to be an excuse. I want, I need to get my Patreon stuff going right. I need to get to where I'm supported by my clients. I mean, supported by Patreon. And then that way I can take a day off of work and just focus on a book, you know? So I'm waiting, but I need to write a book. And can I recommend some books? Not yet, because I'll tell you why in a second. Because you need to find the book that speaks to you, right? So, but there are so many books on parenting. There really are. You can Google any number of books on how to be a more effective parent, and they will all talk. They will all talk about ways in which for you to be a better parent. And so I would just suggest finding how to be a parent. Like, just go to the very basics. I'll give you an example. I play Mortal Kombat a lot. I do. I've been playing more, and your boy has elevated. I can't wait to show it off when we're doing some tournaments. I have no idea. I do not expect to win these tournaments, but I need the experience of playing in a tournament setting. If I'm going to get good, I need to get on the damn path to getting good. But the problem is, when I started out playing Mortal Kombat, I didn't have anyone to teach me. So I just did the best I could with what I knew. And all I knew was just pressing a bunch of buttons. That's all I knew. That's all I knew how to do, was just press a bunch of buttons. So I would go figure out how to do the coolest combos. And then in the game, everything I would do would just be me based on pressing buttons. I would just walk up to the person and do the button combo that I had memorized. And I wouldn't try to block. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't making any decisions. I was just doing shit. I was just doing shit. And so it got me pretty far. I'm not gonna lie, I got really far just pressing buttons, being carried by characters. I got very far until one day I met someone who exposed that I didn't know what I was doing. And what he did was he just sat in the middle of the screen and held the block button. Didn't press anything. And I just sat there pressing buttons, mad because I couldn't get him to get hit. And I tried to grab him, and every time I tried to grab, he dodged my grab, because he knew that on the first frame there's an option select. And now I know what those bitches are. Come at me, bro. Oh, I want to play him again. I made a whole video about toxic masculinity though, and he was kind of a part of it because there was a whole bunch of other stuff going on. That video is on my YouTube channel. We'll talk about it. But anyway, he knew that if he lets go of block, because throws come out in 10 frames, I'm gonna murder him next time I see him. Oh my God, I am going to murder him. Anyway, long story short, y'all, there's levels to this shit. There's levels to this shit. And I was not ready yet because I didn't put in the work. I didn't practice. I didn't know. I didn't study. I didn't want to make a mistake. I just wanted to be perfect. And I just kept getting triggered and mad and angry. And it took me going into Mortal Kombat a couple of days ago and playing in versus and just losing, just getting comfortable with the idea of losing a game, getting beat, because that's the truth. I wasn't practicing. I wasn't in the lab. I wanted to win every match. I wasn't trying to learn anything, right? And so if I had one tip for parents, I'm not a parent. I don't want to be a parent. I would be a terrible father. But if I had one tip for parents, it would be don't try to punish your child. Just try to teach them. Like they've never been in that situation before. Teach them a lesson. You don't have to beat it into them. You don't got to beat it into them. Yes, you're going to get frustrated. I get frustrated with my clients sometimes. Absolutely, I have gotten frustrated with and my clients have gotten frustrated with me. Some of me and my clients, we have absolutely, if any of them are watching right now, absolutely. Some of me and my clients, we have gone at it. But we can go at it because I spent time in my free 30-minute consultation letting them know that, hey, look, we got to be able to hash this shit out sometimes. And at the end of the day, I'm probably going to be more right most of the time, but that ain't always true. And it's been several times where I've been wrong as fuck. And it hurts sometimes. It's humbling. But I'm just so glad I get to be an example for my clients to know that there are people in life that will apologize and you get the right to say something to them. So I've gotten off on a tangent. What the hell was I talking about? Making mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes, but there are some kind of mistakes that are just not okay. And beating your child is a mistake that's just not okay over and over and over again. So I would just say, look at it as a learning opportunity. But my suggestion for books, just Google any book on how to raise a child, and whichever page sticks out to you, whichever cover, whatever message, maybe read something about the author. Dr. Stacy Patton, Spare the Child while whooping black children won't save black America. But I think it might apply to other folks as well, but it will give you some history on that. So Stacy Patton, Spare the Child is a good book. I'm recommend her forever. I'm standing for Stacy Patton, Dr. Stacy Patton, because Dr. Stacy Patton is my hero. She really is. I mean, I know everybody has flaws and we can't idealize folk and blah, blah, blah. But in terms of being the person that inspired me to start speaking out about spanking in the black community, Dr. Stacy Patton, I mean, I'm just so thankful for her. So thankful for her. So yeah, that would be my suggestion. Just go find any book that you can on parenting. Let's see what other questions we got. Thank you for being the realest therapist. Hey, thank you for recognizing it. I try. I'm gonna make mistakes though. I do make mistakes, but I do try to just tell the truth. That's why yesterday I wanted to let people know I was embarrassed. If you haven't caught the Situational Morning Show number 3, I do suggest you go check out the Situational Therapist Morning Show number 3, where I met someone named Mike, and I had to have a conversation about that. Sorry for ruining the chat. Oh, you didn't ruin the chat. That's okay. It's not all of your fault. I need to do a better job of outlining what these talks are going to be about and taking a more direct role. But I do think what I'm just going to start doing is just answering people's questions. I think I'll do that from 7 o'clock to 7:50. If there's something that's on my mind that I want to talk about, that'll be fine. But it seems like the pattern is someone comes in, they ask me a question that gets me to thinking, and then we talk about it. So I love that. Let's see what else we got. So I'm Unalive said, you have me wanting to ask my parents this question, having similarities in my upbringing with yours. So I would be careful. I'd be super careful. Because you never know how think of the panic, right? Think if there is something. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. You're a grown person, as far as I know. Live your life. I am just saying there are some dangers to that you might want to think about. You know, because one, you have to say it with the right conviction. Like if you're going to say, I am wondering, is there anything that's going to come up that I might need to know about that you want to let me know about before I go in therapy? And you just have to look on their faces, because it's going to hit them. And you'll know if they're lying. You will just know. I didn't even do it face to face with my parents, but you will just know. So I would be careful, because they might respond very uncomfortably. There's a lot of kids today who think that there's a lot of kids today whose parents have been giving them medication in their food since they were younger, and they don't know about it. And that's why when they went off to college, they had that mental breakdown. I'm telling you it happens. So just be very, very careful. And You are more than capable of doing it. Maybe I should start a series on that where people do that and then you can live vicariously through them. Yeah. I have patience with my mother because I learned to be more empathic with why she is the way she is. And that's so great. That's so great. I think that's so awesome. I just got tired of mine using that as a reason for why it was okay for her to do what she does. Like I can be empathic with that's why you are the way that you are without continually exposing myself to why you are the way that you are, right? And I don't I tell people like if you can, if you have to decide what level of this you are okay with. Everybody has flaws. I know that I'm annoying. Sometimes I know I have friends that I annoy the hell out of for a fact. I know that sometimes I can talk a lot. I know sometimes I ramble. Sometimes I change subjects so quickly that people can't even comprehend it. I get really lost in anxiety. Like I know these things, but I don't use them as an excuse to be terrible to people. There's so many people out here talking about I did that because I had bipolar disorder. Forcing meds on a child. I mean, that's what it is all the time, heliotrope. You know, all the time. If you take a kid to go get ADHD medicine at 2 or 3, that child doesn't have a choice. You're just giving it to them, and there are no long-term studies on the effects of this medicine on kids. There are none. I think the next, and someone can clip this, but I really do think that the next crisis that we're gonna have is gonna be the ADHD crisis. That's gonna be the next one. That's gonna be the next one. Whenever all these kids that grew up on this ADHD medicine from like 3 try to get off of, there's stories about people trying to get off of it. I have people in my practice who've tried to get. It's very, very difficult. It's very difficult because the psychiatrists are telling people that it's treating a disease, and it's not. It's not. It will make you focus, absolutely. It will make you focus. Oh my God, ADHD medicine will make you focus. It will make anybody focus. I'm not saying that it's hard to do things you don't feel like doing. I'm just saying that people need informed consent. And I think if people knew, I think if people really knew what they were getting into, I don't think a lot of people would do it. But the psychiatrists don't give informed consent. They brush by it very quickly. In the same way they do in the commercials, that's how they do in the offices. I know because I've been there. But yeah, it's all right to be empathic. It really is. But I've just decided that for me, I can't deal with it anymore. I can't. I've forgiven over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm tired. I can't deal with that infinite regress. I just can't. I think a parent enforcing your child to be diagnosed with ADHD just to get SSI checks should be charged with child abuse. Pretty Brown Dancer, you don't want me to even get started, but I will. Um, Whenever I was getting my license to become a therapist, I had to do community mental health. And the amount of Black people with their therapy degrees and their agencies taking advantage of people in their community, it should be criminal. They may as well be mental people who are owning slaves. They have mental slaves because they diagnose them with these things, and these agencies make bank. They make hand over fist. And what happens is these agencies, they get all in the church. They hire people who don't have licenses to do this work. I remember working at one place, and this one guy had a degree in finance. And so when I become more famous and get more influence, y'all, please help me. I'm not trying to get famous to get money. I live very comfortably. I've built myself here all on my own. Well, no, that's not true. Not all on my own. I did the hard work on my own. There were absolutely places in my life where I had help. I do want to say that. However, knowing that I came here to Seattle 2 years ago, was divorced 1 month after I made it, and had no steady job. Like I went through some stuff to get to this place. So I'm not trying to expose these people to get famous. I want to get famous, get influence, get recognition so I can tell these stories because this abuse is still going on. They're still doing it. And I want to name names. That's why I have my resume. My resume is a paper trail for me to remind me of all the places I worked at. Swanson Center for Youth, which was a juvenile detention center in Monroe, Louisiana. The amount of times that there were incidents that occurred and people were just walked out of the building. Go Google Swanson Center for Youth in Monroe, Louisiana, and tell me why so many stories like that are up there. Why are the kids escaping? It's not just because they want to get out of jail. That's not the only reason. That's not the only reason. That's not the only reason. So please help me, y'all. Just share these talks with people. Share them with someone. If you have a friend who I remind you of, if you have a friend where y'all talk and ramble and it seems like, you know, when you pick up the conversation, you don't have to reset them. So please, 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 let people know that you enjoy these talks. Let people know that they're valuable to you, because I want to tell these stories. But if I start telling these stories now, people are going to get the wrong message. People are going to think I'm just trying to get famous by airing out everybody's dirty laundry, and that's not true. I want to change the systems that people are a part of. But yeah, lots of people in the South especially are getting diagnosed by these agency people with these diseases for no reason at all. And again, you know, James says that they're adamant for not putting them further on medications like that. I'm not anti-medication. I am anti-informed consent. And a lot of these psychiatrists are not giving informed consent, because if they were, I wouldn't have so many clients in my practice complaining about side effects that are readily available on the damn bottle. So I think that if you are an adult and you are not getting your stuff done, I think all these drugs should be legal anyway. You should be able to just go in and get them over the counter if you want to. Why not? Why not? Why not? Just let them go get what they want. Just do. I mean, you know, everybody should have access to the same level of stimulant medication as everybody else. Because the reason is, you know, we live in a world that has demands on us that fundamentally don't make sense. And that's what people with ADHD see. Why should I do that? I don't know. Because they said so. Let's see. What else we got? I think I'm out of steam, y'all. I am. I think I'm out of steam. This is what we're going to do. I'm out of steam. It was some good talks in here. Y'all, if you like the stuff I was saying, please consider donating to my stream. Consider signing up for my Patreon. Please follow me on Twitter, because there might be a day where I need to say, hey, I'm not going to do the talk this morning. And I want to make sure that you guys have that. I'm going to leave these talks up, leave them raw, edited the way that they are. And check out this evening sometime. I'm not really sure what time, but I know that I'm going to be streaming, playing some Mortal Kombat. And so please follow me. I'm going to leave it up so y'all can chat with each other for a little while. I'm going to turn the mic and stuff off. I'll leave some music on. Y'all can chat and talk with each other. And I'll leave up, what could I leave up? What could I do? I'll find something. I could play video. I need to start recording myself playing video games, and then I can just put the video up with me playing a video game while y'all talk. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it up for a little bit. I'll figure something out. But it was nice talking to y'all. I'm ending at 7:50. I'm gonna start going from 7 to 7:50. I'm gonna get on this. I'll see y'all on Monday. We'll start back up, and I look forward to talking with y'all soon. Y'all take care.
Head to the east, babe, slow down, yeah. I don't got rides, but I drive fast, just strong down, yeah. What is she worth? Vintage shirt and the top down, yeah. I don't got worth, but I put work just to make sounds, yeah. Kick to the curb, what's that dirt? All in my house, yeah. Hey, she better get sweeping, yeah. Had a nice evening, turn my little lady to a demon. She would feel passionate, shit, so we passionately did all of the things that be asked on the list. She for the homies right after we lit. Do jacket on me like Paddington did, yeah. Baby, I think I'm a fall, yeah. That's why you can cut from my soul, yeah. Fuck it, okay, then let's roll, yeah. She rolling the bass while I draw, yeah. My hand on the back, nice and slow, yeah. I'm taking this shit to the top. If you got any problems, well, don't let me know. Head to the east, babe, slow down, yeah. I don't got rides, but I drive fast, just strong down, yeah. What is she worth? Vintage shirt and the top down, yeah. I don't got worth, but I put work just to make sounds, yeah. Kick to the curb, what's that dirt? All in my house, yeah. Okay, well, I'm back and I'm better, yeah. Making place, keep the map on the cellular, bumping that Zell on the regular. I'm a cash maniac, I'm telling you, yeah. Wait till it's actually selling you, wait till I'm actually ahead of you, in front of the line, I ain't smelling you. I got oldest to riches and digits and minuses fuck, so I probably won't get it. My head out the window. know I'm bumping my shit, and my laces be tucked, cause these bitches be tripping. I wanna rock with my double ray vision, sending this shit, and I'm burning your kitchen. The temperature rose, cause the shit that they listen. Like I'm D-Rose, I got hot for me. Like, why don't they see, mama? Yeah, I know what they need, mama. Yeah, I'm trying to feed, mama. Yeah, but I do not see commas. It always gets worse when I see trauma. Yeah, I'm trying to plead, not it. Nah, I'm trying to me, got it. Yeah, say I didn't mean not it. Ask him if he take apology letter. Rapping this shit, man, my talking get better. She got too hard at the pocket, my sweater. Voice got too harsh, had to stop for a treasure. I was so wrong, so I stopped, gotta get it. Gotta make sure I got guap for my children. Now the whole year already feel like I'm winning. Fix up your lens, I'll fit all of my vision. Yeah, head to the east, baby, slow down. Yeah, I don't got rides, but I drive fast, just slow down. Yeah, what is she worth? Vintage shirt and the top down. Yeah, I don't got worth, but I put work just to make sounds. Yeah, kick to the curb, what's that dirt? All in my house, yeah.
Frederico, we've got him. Ay, fresh off the boat on the dope, yeah. You said you rap, that's a joke, yeah. You hate your life and it shows, yeah. I'm making plays coast to coast, yeah. I keep my moves on the low, ay. iPhone 6-digit code. How I stack up with my bros, yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't you like to know? And I'm back up on the scene, tryna stack up all the cream. Pockets busting at the seams, you don't know what I mean. Get there, I say with my green. I see people tryna scheme. It don't got a red stripe, but you know my flow supreme. Yo, diamonds I need on my wrist. Ay, nobody sounding like this. Ay, don't even know how you got to the top. I send you to the abyss. Ay, I shoot shot, don't miss. Ay, I move out with wrist. Ay, all these other rappers probably tryna sound like this. Yo, ay, where the dope at? Yeah, they shoot at me just like Kodak. Ay, got a problem, tell them hold that. Just run the city, boy, I thought you know that. How we make a way without a boat? Wait, how? He got all the keys and all the dope. All the dope, tell them keep that respect though. Give me the check though, and I say perfecto. Ay, got the hustle from my pops, man, I got so many keys, got the whole city on lock. You should worry about yourself, why you staying on my jock? Can't stop, even UPS can't put me in a box, yeah. Shawty said it's a bop, about to play this in a drop top, cruising down the block. Yo, acting like the man, but we both know that you not. I got hops, watch me ball, hear the swishing with my shot. Wet, me I'm on top already, give me that guap, I'm ready. Got drive and dready, throw cash, confetti, give me that ice like Yeti. Hate, but they had not met me, but they ain't bringing me down, no. I'm too up right now. Aye, private meeting, check the dough lot. This cool, but my next single is more hot. I did all the shows in my city, I was busy. Yeah, now I'm taking over your block. Ay, where the dope at? Yeah, they shoot at me just like Kodak. Ay, got a problem, tell them hold that. Just run the city, boy, I thought you know that. How we make a way without a boat? Wait, how? He got all the keys and all the dope. All the dope, tell them keep that respect though. Give me the check though, and I say perfecto.
Wanted you to come in here and just like try to like flawless me by keeping me out in that variation.
Well, it was a challenge. I mean,
Yeah, I love the challenge, bro.
Okay.
I love the challenge.
Well, I appreciate that. I accept that. In the future, though, if you could just say, "Hey, look, situation."
Yo, you're not the only person that's ever told me to like just straight up ask.
Yeah, I mean that would be a lot better.
You are not.
I mean, but it's cool though, cause you know it's content either way.
That's
I
what
don't run this character. I really don't. I don't run this variation. You know that I run this. I'll try anything to help.
Definitely. No doubt. Hey, thank you. Yo, God took control, sister. Oh, I need to turn that phone in a minute. All right, I'm still not wanting to stick focus, but I can deal with it.
Money coming in fast and it's stupid. Now my ex bitch mad, told her back up.
fast. Dude, that would stop it. Like you could get like put back in and just doing the same rap. What? That hit my gun! Son of a gun, you! Walked up and grabbed him.
I'm here to get a call, but I'm still here.
Oh, what a beat.
I think I'm tired for the last time. I think I'm tired for the last time. You say you love me, but you said that shit the last time. I just don't know how to act right. Hands up in my pocket, all right with the lean.
Hey, good game.
Good game, man. Good
I
game.
made it happen, I was
Yeah.
shopping just to get some beef. She hit me up, she tryna fuck, I told that bitch to leave. You know that I'm popping out before it's all what you need. Remember all them nights
These
when
bitches
we was
should be in
talking,
here,
get some
so we
fuck
should
shit.
not.
That nigga broke your heart,
Come on,
held you
yo,
down.
see this song talking about like.
Promise you the why you want it more than
Oh, no respect? That's what's up.
I don't care if
Oh,
I
my fault, my
die.
No,
fault.
it's okay, man. It's cool. It's cool. Don't worry
There's
about it.
no time for sorry.
It's 10:28. Yeah, today is definitely 10:28.
You gave me a hard pill to swallow.
Okay, so I go back to the image. No, I got like 8 pictures I can post with it.
Shawty, but you looking like a clown. I've been
287.
going, ain't no stopping, think I'm
Focus
pulling
right.
another round.
Slash.
Yeah, I think I'm tired for the last time. Yeah, I think I'm tired.
How do you spell
for the
focus
last
right?
time. You say you love me,
Focus
but you
right
said
or
that
focus
shit the
right?
last time. Don't give a
Focus
fuck,
right.
I just don't know how to
It's not even a
act.
focus, it's like a
Shawty,
4 kiss.
but I don't need no 40, I be high up on the
Focus.
gas. When I
Focus
wake up
right.
in the morning, she gon' let me see that ass. I want all my bitches
Focus
fucking with a
right,
little
yeah,
bit of
focus
cash.
right.
Kick 'em all out in the morning,
Focus
now you
right
wonder
solo,
where you
I'm not
at. She be basic, she be boring, left her ass right in the past.
Definitely
If
a
you
focus
fall
right
like I was
solo.
born north, when they get these rags from the bottom, I was born a young nigga in my bag. I sell these shows and I be touring there.
What the fuck? Huh? I didn't highlight the whole thing? Yo, my computer is bugging, bro.
Same shit, keep bringing me down. Same old story, every time you come
Probably
around.
can't have that. That's all that is.
Looking like a clown, I've been going non-stop, I think I'll pour another round.
Moving U87 slash focus right slash Phantom Cloud Lifter. That's called Cloud Lifter C1. And I'm selling a Cloud Lifter C1. I forgot it was made by Shure.
2, fight.
Yo, my starting bid is going to be definitely 2,000. Add any unique features or flaws to the description.
Paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking. Locking myself in my home. And I don't wanna go to no parties, little baby, so don't send advice to my phone. She say I'm an asshole for no reason. I just wanna be left alone. Quit being so damn big hearted, baby. That shit ain't gonna get you too far. Paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking. Locking myself in my home. And I don't wanna go to no parties, little baby, so don't send advice to my phone. She say I'm an asshole for no reason. I just wanna
Starting bid, 99 big. Haha.
Cause you don't ever wanna say shit. You yelling, making people look. Bitch, it's your own conversation.
$2,500.
But we all know you fake it. Now I'm posted with a bad bitch. Slim thinking she know how to take it.
Hold on, should I do an option? Should I do an option? Or should I just like go ahead and make like set a price for $3,000 exactly?
Don't got time to feed you no more, babe. I got way too much on my plate. Don't hit my phone with sorries no more, baby girl, because it's too late.
I don't see what I'm talking about, bro. I don't be knowing what to use, when to use it.
Posted on the ground with a new nigga, it's gonna be free me. Your family fucking
Keep
with
my
my
cousins
CD.
online.
You gonna be pissed, best believe me. And shout out my game, my mob, the family, nigga, you know that it's CD.
And it's my turn again.
Why you so ungrateful, bitch? New bitch, faithful, bitch. No, she ain't you, bitch. But she gon' replace you, bitch. Know that I hate you, bitch. Hey, paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking. Locking myself in my home. And I don't wanna go to no parties, little baby, so don't send invites to my phone.
Should I
She say I'm an
do a
asshole for no
starting
reason,
bid?
cause I just wanna be left
At
alone.
2,500.
Quit being so damn big hearted, baby, that shit ain't gonna get you too far. Paranoid bitch, I'm tweaking. Locking myself in my home. And I don't wanna go to no parties with baby, so don't send invites to my phone.
So I should make it all together.
For no reason, cause I just wanna be left alone. Quit being so damn
It's
big
either
hearted,
it's
baby,
either
that
or.
shit
It's a
ain't gonna
7-day
get you
auction
far.
starting
Shit
at
ain't gonna get you too far.
$2,500. Easy pricing will lower your starting bid 5% each time your item is auto relisted until it gets to notify buyers and show interest. What the f- well, I don't understand why that happened. I'll get 100 pounds by before I like think otherwise. That's not gonna do it again.
She said I wanna live faster, faster. And it's getting on my last nerve, but I love a good girl with the bag curse away. Hit the brake, hit the gas.
No
swerve,
way,
for the
bruh.
record, I damn near wrecked that shit. Never had the road get wet that quick. Fucking on the hood, we gon' dent that shit. And I don't think insurance will protect that shit. I'm off a 30 milligram, I pop it like a skittle. I know that's a lot, but I feel like it's a little. Head so low, drinking by my individual. When I'm real high, she be somewhere in the middle. Always in the right place at the wrong time. Off vine, she a lightweight, off a red wine. When I see her around, she follow me all night. Wake up in the morning, I'm follow me online. In the real
I'm
life, she
surprised
do
I
what
did
she
that,
wanna
but then
do.
again, I'm
Got the
not,
same
because
feeling she did when she 22.
Top down
28
for it,
now,
like,
she titties are fake
outrage.
now. She live in LA, heard that she fucking with Drake now. That's crazy. I had to give you the breakdown.
Yeah, I know
That's what
this
the bitch
girl.
has been up to. I had to give you the update and give you the upgrade. I had to give you the part 2 and it go like, okay, what you wanna say? Know you in the games, I don't really wanna play. Know you think I changed, but you ever been the same? And it's getting kinda late, I don't really wanna stay. What can you blame me? They want to play me. I want a million, they want a baby. I've been trying to deal with this shit, I'm going crazy. This life gon' kill me, nobody gonna save me.
Oh! Fun fact, if you hold it,
I wanna live faster, faster. And it's getting on my last nerve. First off, she just gotta have the last word. And that bitch knows all of my passwords. She let 100K followers gas her. And now there's only one way to attract her. And that's Hollywood actors, polyhood rappers, NBA cats from the Lakers and Raptors. 25, I didn't get to ask them. It's a good thing it didn't happen. Only way to stop me was to crash it. That's a $250,000 casket. Back then, she was a distraction. She would send a text with attachment. I was trying to focus on the bigger pic, while that little bitch trying to come up with a caption. Now she in the mag and they asking her questions about her fun facts and her past with her exes. Never date a rapper.
Big
That's
fail,
suggesting it sound a little passive aggressive. Why you so mad and defensive? Cause I didn't give you half my attention. You know if we lack the connection, then I don't text back. But if you wanna pass on a message, you go like, okay, what you wanna say? Now you in the games I don't really wanna play. Know you think I changed, but you haven't been the same. And it's getting kinda late, I don't really wanna stay. But can you blame me? They want to pay me.
Let's see what damage I can do. Try to get back in this. Still gonna be an uphill battle.
In the summer, 99 degrees, I want to bust down rollie one time to freeze. I'm too high in the class, too high for me. It's like $95 for the wine and cheese. She all fucked up, trying to give advice to me about life and a wife and designer jeans. I've been
I wish you
feeling
could like
myself,
do
yeah, I'm
something
feeling
else with
myself
it
like a
besides
drunk
just pull it
motherfucker
out.
trying to
Because
find
either
my
way, I
keys,
still
ayy.
didn't have any
Keystone
help
hit
to
the
do
stage,
anything.
rocky, feel out of pocket.
Good game, man.
Allow
You wanna lay back,
Real
do
good
you
game.
can tell by my posture to kind of set up shop and have shots with imposters, shrimp,
Time your item is
pasta,
out of
cranberry
relisted
vodka,
until it
5
sells
bad
or
hoes,
gets
bring them all
tipped
to the Casa,
200.
Space Jam Jordans, but they
Put
tell
a
me I'm
fine
a
buyers
monster
and
and you
still
ain't on my
impressed.
team no more, check the roster.
Heck
Okay,
no.
what you wanna say? Know you in the games, I don't really wanna play. Know you think I changed, but you
Price
haven't been the
opposite
same and it's
is
getting
500.
kinda late, I don't really wanna stay. But can you blame me? They want to
Because this
blame
mic
me.
is
I
what
want a
the
million, they want a
professionals
baby.
like,
I've been trying to
legit. Like,
deal
this
with
is
this
what
shit,
the
I'm going
studio,
crazy. This
recording
life gon' kill me,
studios,
nobody gonna
like,
save me.
everything uses this microphone.
Nightwolf.
This is legit. If I were to sell it for like 1,500, people
This
would
my
flock to it. But
shit.
since I'm also
Oh, tell her
selling
you're
the
not my
Focusrite
bitch.
and the cloudless,
This my shit. Oh, tell her
like
get
the
off my
cloudless
dick.
shouldn't even be involved, but it
Digi
is.
dash,
Auto
nitro
plus
gas,
one.
time is passing, quick, 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 quick. I
Freaking
just
box.
want tonight to last. Life go fast, it tick, 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 tick.
But I literally, like I said, I do not know how to use eBay at all. Look at me, I'm about to use eBay.
Centria.
Is he not serious? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Shirai,
Smoking marijuana, keep it hotter than a sauna. Smoking till the sun up. They asked me if I have bands, I said bring your funds up. They tested me to a challenge and that didn't show up. Really
Text me now, yeah. Verify that I'm real.
Just wiped out on your
Go ahead and
skateboard
send me the
looking like
text
a dumb
message.
fuck. Mama told me get
Alright, I got it.
said run it up with the naughty and the jive, but I need a fast truck, I need real cheese. Video guys pay so what you need. Or this fucking bankroll. Got a 4.0 PA on the road. Beating up another freeway, didn't pay a single toll. If you fuck with my money moves, I'll make it rush relevant. I'll make all of these niggas mad. Crying back. I'm not stuck in 100 raps. Find me another fly. I might send you another fact. Could you tell me if it's sent? I've been starting naughty and I'm with the dad. Really don't only care about the cash. Big bands, big sticks, big rap.
Forgot I had this. Forgot I had Rockwell with the button.
Yeah, we was looking at that one as well. That one is different. I think that's all you got is Rockwell. Oh,
Yeah.
your buff, yeah.
No, those buffs are this tornado.
What did the buff do?
That just depends on which one I get. One of them lets me like block damage, whatever.
I believe that might be the range. I know the fire one is probably going to be damaged. You get
Fire one's damaged, the water one lets me break out of combos like Aquaman, the air one lets me do my zones, the air one knocks you in or keeps you out, and then the rock one hits you if you get it. Makes sure y'all and there's a crushing blow if you get thrown on it.
finish him.
GG's, man.
Centria wins. Flawless victory.
So what the hell? I can't. I don't. Oh my gosh. Privacy.
Happy 420.
Everyone, I had a two-way authenticator on, and it's not even showing that. Like, Because now I'm trying to get in my Discord. Oh,
Stoner thoughts buzzing up my brain, wondering if I'll make it or am I going insane? And then everybody they tell me I should
I don't
stay
even think
my
I
lane,
added
but
the
my
other
best is yet
pictures,
to
bro.
come, so I swear to God I'ma say, yeah, baby. Hit me up with them facts.
Change
Tell me that
offer
you gon' love me
settings,
and
create
never gon' hold me
shipping.
back, 'cause I swear to
Revise
God the
my
bitches
item.
who do that shit to me whack, who gon' treat me like I'm special, then leave my ass in the past. Fuck.
No, wait.
Got a little
No,
into it.
no,
Smoking all this weed
no.
got me feeling little intimate. You made me feel free now. It feels like I'm missing it.
Say
Everything
1 day
I need
available?
now, I'm here reminiscing it. Whoa, but now I'm rapping.
Bro,
I'm
how
that
do you
new.
remove this?
Trying to
Oh,
make it sad.
crap.
Feel the pain. Call it voodoo. It's the host. But homie, tell me what would you do? Shorty looking bad. She a thought well.
Sell a similar item, revise your item.
Run away, run up to the moon. Baby,
Bruh,
run away with a goon.
it is just not here.
I know that you're leaving soon, so baby, run away to the moon. Stoner thoughts buzzing up my brain, wondering if I'll make it or am I going insane? And then everybody
Oh yeah, this is a good match. You're right, it is hard for RoboCop.
I mean, she shuts down his main tool. It's gotta be impossible. You can't do shit.
Do that shit to me whack, who gon' treat me like I'm special, then
That's my
leave my
option,
ass
so
in the
let me
past,
see.
fuck. I've been working hella hard for the dollar, on a mission going far, make them holler. I ain't tryna be another white collar, so I'm stacking up, tryna be a baller. Now everybody tryna say they know me, I don't know the background story. I grind for this shit, for the glory. I take my time, I don't quit for the more G. Well, and I'm a stoner. I don't wanna go to school, wanna be a loner. I just wanna chill at the crib, I don't know her. I just wanna thrill, wanna live like a roamer. Run away, run up to the moon. Run away with a goon. I know that you're run away to the moon. Buzzing up my brain, wondering if I'll make it, am I going insane? And then everybody they tell me I should stay my lane, but my best is yet to come, so I swear to God I'ma say,
I know this thing did not add the wrong photo, bro.
tell me that you gon' love me and
Yo, this is mad crazy, bro.
swear to God the bitches that do that shit to me like who
Oh, I hesitated and everything on that grab. Oh my god! This is so sketchy. What if I do?
Shit, man. I'm glad you can beat my number 5 character.
Right? Like my A1000 RoboCop.
This is kind of
I feel
racially
like
charged,
Rocky-
man. This kind of sucks.
That's the crazy. You're the second person to say that. When I stream, people are like, it's so crazy that a black man thinks he's the best RoboCop. Well, a cop.
Really, dude? That racism type shit on here is stupid. And this is why, like, I would honestly love to do a stream without this video and come on my YouTube channel. I want to talk about everything. But like, I want to.
Could you imagine?
I just want to. What do you mean? Like, is that funny to you? Like, I'm being
No,
serious.
like, no, just think about that for a second. Like, because, yeah, I do. I play RoboCop. And, like, I am going around saying I'm the best. It just so happens I'm black as well. So, like, just imagine. That would be something to watch. That would definitely be something to watch.
Well, I would
That's
want
why
to talk
think
about.
you
I want to talk more about like the racism aspect of it. Like, you know, people say. But, I mean, it's cool, man. I got to know my audience and know who I'm asking.
baby, I got what you need.
Huh?
Gotta figure
Yeah.
out where you gon' offer
Yes.
me.
Silently wait.
How you feel about it,
I've been in the West,
Sir
so I ain't
Jones?
stressing about a thing. Mira loca, I
I'm
got
sorry,
bitches
I
when
can't- I
they
didn't
so
hear you.
cold,
What
wanna
y'all
rock
saying?
chick, I just got back
Oh.
from New York. I really got my
Yikes.
city poppin'. I do not do that 'cause
Red fan?
They don't even worry about it.
No, go ahead. Just tell me.
Don't even stop
man.
talking about like being racially profiled. Well, not racially profiled, but you ain't gonna speak. Angel,
What's up?
so you ain't gonna talk about it.
You want to talk about
He's
what?
just talking about like.
Oh, he's trying to get in that ass, bro. He's trying to get in that ass.
No. But he was talking about like basically like people being racist like while you're streaming and whatnot, from what I understand.
Oh. Like talk
Right?
about it?
Keep forgetting I got that. I'm just gonna die from
Why are you letting Night without owning you? Oh, fuck that dude.
it. Yo, I get I was doing backboard X and nothing was happening. This goofy elite controller, bro. Taking it back and selling this dude. I'm taking this back, bro. This is it's the controller, dog. So when I'm throwing out the punches, that's supposed to be gunshot. And then his infamous retardedly slow down forward, bro. I'm just getting hit. There it is. Hey, I'm cutting off the Xbox. I'll haul it on you.
Are you turning it on?
No, of course not. No, bro. Okay, so I got the pictures in here.
Yeah, you did.
Pictures look nice. I got the cloud lifter. I got the focus right. Everything is good, bro. Gen 3, Scarlet, Solo. Yeah. All right.
I'll buy it off you, go
everything
100.
checks out. Hell no. Definitely not.
Cash.
2,500 cash, and we'll think about it. Like, to be honest with you, I feel like I should make the bid like at least 2,700.
Dude, nobody. You just got
Also, Facebook Market.
Sit down.
I'm gonna
Facebook
raise it.
Marketplace is a good place to sell shit.
Oh, what is it called?
Sit down.
Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, you could do Facebook.
Oh,
Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace.
You'll probably get.
Facebook Marketplace, and then there was another one called like Markai or something like that.
Oh,
Markai.
we're doing that. Alright, fuck it. Come up now.
What the heck is this stupid? What's this thing called, bro?
If I see you again,
So I'm supposed to have a two-way authentication, but for some reason,
try to make amends, but I don't need closure.
this is not there at all.
That's on me. That's on me.
Hey, let me shut this up, guys. I got a couple things I gotta do. Get some more, get like 2 more people in here that are sweaty. Where's Serious?
Mars.
I mean, not Serious, my fault. Where's,
I don't wanna be in love, but I be
God,
telling you. Had a place
I can't think of the gamer tag right now. Base Prodigy, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a good speak on though. Yeah. I'll buy people. Fuck it. Whatever. Let's see.
Certified sweat.
Okay. Ooh.
I wish we could do like a King of the Hill practice. I want to change my laws. I just want to gift inventory. There we go.
My God, these are my two favorite arch rivals. Serious Nation.
Yes, y'all in it, bro.
What's going on? What's happening? Damn it! Oh, close. Ugh.
I'm trying to sell a mic. So if you want a Newman, you can buy it from me right now.
$200.
No. Jeff, don't listen to him, bro. He's gonna get your hopes up just for me to grab it.
What y'all in the car?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't ask him.
I'm gonna join in, man. And I'm gonna say y'all a Newman. Never heard of it.
You never heard of a Newman U87? Yo. It is the mic that every rapper uses. Well, that's the
Them ain't using a knee.
stand up mic that like every professional rapper. That's
What kind of mic is it? Condenser?
say what?
Is it a condenser?
That's good. The Newman is everything, man. It's literally studio. Yeah,
Man, I
it's
got two condensers over here. I got one dynamic mic.
It's a condenser.
Yeah, I think I don't need it.
You believe me if I told you that you do.
Man, if you buy it right now, they're signing a record deal.
Nick, pretty
This
much.
is it.
Nick, yeah, pretty much, bro. Like,
The key to success.
You know how people say, like, yo, you don't need a mic to be famous. Like, a better mic doesn't mean you're gonna be better. Like, this mic, you can literally fart in it and it sound like it was in a movie. That's how good the mic is, bro.
Why? Why? Man, I am currently on the clock, so I'm gonna be going in and out of AFK.
On the clock. Oh, you work from home.
Yeah.
Of course. So I added this mic to the thing today. You want to see the pictures? I can send each and every one of y'all a link to them.
Nobody wants your stupid ass mic, nigga. You shouldn't have bought that bitch. You shouldn't have bought that bitch. And you gotta deal with that shit. You shouldn't have bought the bitch. You shouldn't have
You
bought
can
it.
use it for your
You
streaming
gotta
needs,
deal,
man.
man. Yeah.
No,
You
I
better
got
become
another
famous.
one.
You better become hella famous to make that bitch make sense because you done paid $3,000. That's a mistake that you just gotta live with.
No, it's okay. The way I paid for it, I did payments on it just to boost my credit. Like, I was gonna boost my credit to do payments and then turn around and sell it. And I was like, I'll just make some music while I do it. I pay on it, and I never made music. So now I'm about to sell it. The hard part is gonna be selling it.
Cyberlink level 7.
Serious? I just sent you one ticket.
Boy's really trying to sell this microphone.
Hey, bro. Helpful. I'll just go ahead and send it to every nigga on my blog. Just gonna go ahead and send them the link.
Miss out.
Yeah, don't miss it out.
Clear the share.
Yeah. It's like a 3-for-1 deal. Getting off of me. Oh, this is gonna be so good.
Ooh, wrong one. Nice. Ooh, keep me out the shower, don't you? Ooh. Okay.
Oh, hell.
Good shit.
You too, man.
Auf und rette dich.
Are y'all both playing Sindel? Oh no,
He
yeah.
run that.
What's the name of this? Like the yeah, this might be a counter pick. How does what does this feel like? Angry?
You love on that way. I got you. Good step there.
Oh, dropped it.
Fool me twice.
Very nice. Mercury. Oh.
That's right.
He's dirty. Kind of good and well ain't nobody freaking eBay like.
Ooh, I tried it.
Good shit, man. Good shit, though.
About to add have to recognize your game in a second.
You can't talk right now.
You don't get to talk right now.
No, I'm really mad.
Hey, look, level. This dude called me all the way from motherfucking Facebook. Got me up at 8 o'clock this morning on the motherfucking East Coast, West Coast to beat his ass. Why you doing that? I was sleeping good.
I was sleeping
I
peacefully.
was sleeping peacefully.
I need
This
that.
nigga left me a message on the Facebook page. Made me come all out of retirement. I'm streaming all day today, though. I'm crossed. You got me crossed, though. Like my appreciation, dog.
No, hey, it's only getting worse from here, man.
I'm just saying, Nation, I appreciate you. I'm a stream all
No.
day today. Dumb.
No.
Feeling dumb.
Mad.
You know, dumb.
Was my audio included?
Okay, I got a call real
You
quick.
on Twitch?
I'll be right back.
I'm recording in my
Oh, you yeah, so hungry, bro. See, I don't understand why it made my pictures like by say that all I can say. I wanna say that all I can say. At least this photo.
Yep, that makes sense.
I gotta tell you, but all I can say is a new issue 87 goes to play. So that's the cloud lifting. Hey.
Oh, that was a sick setup. I didn't get it though. Oh, that setup is gonna be so sick.
I think that's all I needed. Hashtag recording.
Okay.
The max is $2,000?
Cause I got a lot to give. We suck it to back of the shit I did. RP, draw the beats I kill.
Oh, everybody went AFK, huh?
Damn, why everybody going AFK?
Because I'm trying to sell a $3,000 microphone. And
That's fine with me. I run it back. You saw it.
set a floor price. Will gradually adjust your price based on demand, but no lower than your floor. And free selling.
I could never need another side piece. Me and my gang on a long, long ride, cause we know life be a water slide. Step on the seat,
No,
brother.
I need exactly
Niggas DM me just wanted to be, but I got nigga
2,700,
fresh to a fry. That nigga ask what I think of him. A broke boy exemplified.
I tell you what, I know how I'll do it. I'll put it at 2,000 and I can't do it like that. I know how I can do it. I know exactly how I can do it. Brand. The Newman.
Since that day it's been cold. Sparking it up in the backseat. She wanna run it up, so I had to run the lap on her like a track meet. Dunking on these niggas like an athlete. I'm hoping so past me. Labels coming and they trying to tie the knot.
Alright, fuck all that shit.
How much money you got?
Probably not gonna add my card in here. Oh, it did. It did add it. There you go. You must specify the billing address. Huh? Add a new billing address. Right here, one page. I'm like fucking and telling. I try to tell you, but all I can say is y'all got Twitter. I'm trying to tell you, but all I can say
It be your own plus frames.
Very good luck with that. We need to make shirts. We need to make a shirt.
Fight.
Let's say it be your own plus frame.
Hey there, shawty, come a little closer. I need your vibes, I know you need closure. Backseat riding in the Range Rover. Tell me what's the thing.
Alright, the last one I have is Facebook Marketplace, and this is gonna be the most cap. Like, this is so much cap, right? Just looking at it.
Caught up in a bitch's lies, there ain't nothing worse. I need detailed descriptions. Baby, tell me what it isn't. Yeah, I see the future like the Simpsons. You'll be chilling with your ex, bet you miss him. Shawty said there's more to love than heartbreak. But hold up, the
Like, can I pay you tomorrow, and then I give you the rest next year? I'm like, no. Oh my god, why would you let me select 12 pictures if there's only 11 allowed?
Thank you.
That's down.
Hey, yo,
Hit that AFK real quick.
Nothing out of AFK. Go back in Titan though said it's going to be menu 87. No, menu 87 in a cloud gift. Yes, sir, you are correct. That is what I'm going to sell.
I know I told you it's over, I never had to fucking ask you. Let me tell you again, babe, that is so true. Different state of mind, but now I wanna love so. Watch your time fly away. Yeah, I got no time
75.
She in a different state, but I got no time to
My
waste.
6 to How did it go up so much?
Because inflation, bro. So good.
What? Who inflating? I thought that was a homie.
Hell, fuck up. Man. Pro audio equipment. Yes, sir, it is. Conditions. Like brand. They so fucking good. They so new, man. Hey, in case y'all did not know, in 2 days we're getting Mandalorian season 2 on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but didn't Homeboy get fired?
Yeah, that's what they said, but this season he's in it, so I guess next season he won't be in it. He didn't get fired, I think he just had a disagreement.
Nah, that's alright, nigga. You replaced
Yeah, that's really what they was like, and he was like, that's when he went to Twitter and was like, made me mad you did or something like that. And everybody was like, oh, he would have been a black man.
Nah.
Look, could you imagine? Yeah, I think he wanted like more money for what he was doing because like his helmet was like on stage or something like that.
He wanted more screen. He wanted his face to be seen. He wanted his face. He wanted more face time. Like he wanted more things with his face off. It kind of defeats the whole purpose of the character.
Yeah, it was something goofy, right? Something goofy.
Right. I want them to know who it's team. It's like, bro, that bad.
Yeah. Run up 716.
Alright,
nigga, I want it to be Rono.
Ooh, okay. Damage not there, but alright. Okay. We gonna make him regret it. Ooh, better.
Local pickup only. Why does it have to be local pickup only?
Oh yeah, you're good. You have some selling shit? Here, give me the mic and I'll sell it for you, bro.
Hell, boy! Available. What? Please don't post this on my Facebook. That's all I ask. Facebook. Please do not.
Oh my god.
What can boost the listing? I can pay money to sell this mic. I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sell it for $15 to reach 4,000 people. $50 sounds about right. 3, 2, 3. Yes, sir, you are correct. Committing your ad, baby. We are live. I'm about to make myself $3,000 by the end of tonight. How does that sound, guys? I think I'm about to start streaming. Yeah.
But you know what? You could live stream it. You could live stream your eBay auction, dog.
That's actually kind of smart.
Screen share. Because you over here talking to mad shit about it. I was just watching what y'all do. It's all good. All I'm saying is,
it's not even stupid.
Stream.
This is a brand new studio mic. Like,
hey, I gotta go pee real quick, man. Hang on a second.
I mean, if you got Drake to sign it though, there you go. Then you can sell it for a lot more.
Yeah, imagine. I'm about to get like a little Yachty or something.
Hey,
I'm find a little Yachty on a Tuesday.
That signed you said it was signed by now.
That's why nobody buys stuff from eBay. You can sign it yourself. I got a picture of it too inside the box. I really could sign it.
Sign it and then Photoshop Drake with it. Just Photoshop. Yeah.
Drake kissing it or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Like Drake kissing it, 3,000.
And just put a Supreme logo, a Supreme sticker on it just in case.
Yeah.
Wow. Like it's Supreme?
I think it's Supreme and Drake kissing.
They feel like, oh shit. They like 10,000 right now.
Yeah. And you only want 3,000? Here, take 4. Somebody tried to pay me. Somebody tried to donate to me the other day while I was streaming. And yeah, I didn't have any money. Yeah, I didn't have any dollars, bro. I had to set it up today.
Are you doing Facebook? Or are you doing?
No. Right now I'm streaming on Twitch. But yeah, I have my donation set up. It's in my picture, right? It looks so dope. But it looks like it's part of my page, so I don't think people would know to click it. So I'm gonna have to definitely go back in there and set that back up.
Yeah, send me the link. I didn't know you were streaming, bro. We all about to start streaming. We all about to start streaming.
Yeah, I'm about to stream here in like, give me about probably 40 more minutes, probably 25 more minutes, because I'm about to go pee, and then, like I said, I have to stream that. That's no good, that's when I get out, and that's when I become a RoboCop. I don't what?
You don't smoke.
No, not like that. I just make like, come on. I don't just keep posting on yeah, just like a bump. Think of it like a bump.
Like a bump.
Yeah, nigga said, sniffing my nose. Sniffing.
My nose.
My nose.
Got something in your nose, dog.
There's something in my nose. Why are cocaine addicts sound like DMX though?
They got you, bro.
You know what's funny?
There you go.
I gotta do this, bro. I gotta slide.
You gotta slide.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna go back. Yeah, I thought I was good.
Alright, but I'm about to start my daily ritual. Wish me luck, here we go.
What's this eBay shit you sent me?
You said already.
There you go. eBay.
I'm weak. He got a microphone from Drake. Trying to tell.
What?
Yeah.
Man, I already got a mic.
No, he got.
Honest
It's
leaving
a high
it
end.
biting.
Yeah, it's high end. Like, yeah, this thing like
Studio.
nah, like it's, yeah, you know, he's like professional.
Yeah. I got it.
Oh,
The Scarlet Studios.
how much it cost?
With everything, I got mic and the interface for about $250, or right under it. It ain't no like $400 but it's good. It works nice. And my boy at the studio, he's got some ridiculous shit. $600 goddamn microphone or something. That damn thing can, like, if you have your water bottle or something, you go to work.
The new one?
Yeah, I got two. I need to beat on my honestly, like, this one's
$2,000. Good.
Damn it, why not get hit? About see.
$2,500. That's ridiculous.
Die Zukunft kann dein sein.
Round 2. Fight!
Where I came from was at the bottom, then came up. No game fruition. The grind is so real, I'm focused and driven. I wake up and get it, there's no different. I'm here, I can never go back now. You claim that you ball, but we know that's foul. When I hit the road, it was so damn wild. Everybody take a picture, but I roll that smile. Oh damn, the boy has turned into the man. Know what I'm worth, I know who I am.
Oh my God, yeah.
And that's true, you know that shit. Live so fast, can't slow that shit. Got so fast, can show that shit. Can't name no one who flow like this. Amazing. I can't wait to say that I made it. Yeah, right now I'm faded. I'm falling, spending everything I'm
I was like, there's no way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There was a way. Absolutely. Absolutely.
He was like, are you thought?
Oh, absolutely. I knew you were gonna jump. The third time's the charm, man.
I was like, third time, like, I would have did low rock. I'm like,
of course not.
Maybe
Of course, that's why I won.
Maybe the fourth rock.
That's why I won. Because I would have done that.
He was like, nah, Alright, what's your stream? Let me know.
Oh yeah, please add me on Twitch. I'm about to start streaming. No, I want to build a therapeutic stuff. I want to build a therapeutic. You know, I'm just saying. I know there's a lot of communities out there, but like, I just feel like we could do some shit. We could do some real badass shit. Like we could get on some other games and shit and follow through some stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
And I'm a pay nigga, so I'm starting the esports team.
I'm balling, spending everything I'm making.
You gonna pay niggas butt?
I'm a pay nigga, I'm starting the esports team.
Before we leave the
club, where?
Time's wasted. Right now I'm fading. I'm balling, spending everything I'm making.
So people that want to start their streaming career, I'll like help support you.
Before we leave the club, she getting naked. Time is wasted.
As long as you do that,
Right now I'm
I'll support you.
fading.
Start your streaming shit. You know, I have a platform. People already know.
Well, keep me in the know.
Absolutely.
I'm interested. Also, and I'm also interested